We got ourselves NA boys today with Team Chicago over in Team 5. Look at all Kyrian. I don't think you're actually putting Kyrian setup, are ya? Dude, I'm yet to go get the full transmog outfit from the, not the store, but like from the WoW coins. Honestly, I might just get a bunch of tokens to get like the shoulders and the cloak, because some of the pieces look really, really good. We got ourselves Stone Blood on that team. We got Lumanto. Haven't seen that name in a long, long while. In a very long while. How are you doing? We got us as I Love Zam, as well as C-Mark the boy. Oh my goodness. Looking fancy today. We got us as Kaya over on the team 1 as a Necrolord. Shadowlands. I like that skull head above your head. We got skills in the back as well as an arms word. Spark turning as an Arcane Mage. We got us a Zeddy. Zed? I think I want to call him Zeddy for the H. But it also got COVID as well. Oh, gonna be I Love Zam. Looks like they're lagging a little bit. They're cut all over the place. Skills, I think, is doing fine. I Love Zam almost blinking around a little bit. And there's a little bit of juddering. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they're lagging. Maybe it's something happened on their end. Maybe they're I'm not sure what's happening. But like following their camera. You see how there's like a little bit of stutter? I'm not sure what's going on. I think Skills is also a little confused. Stunner to I Love Zam. Is it going to be tricking out of the Feral? Looks like they're just going to have to take the damage. Maybe the lag. Oh, and does get eliminated. Maybe the lag was doing something weird there. And that's what it seems like that was going on. Lumanto popping off a Shield of Vengeance immediately. Trying to see if he might be able to get some damage into Skills. That is going to be a pretty big Shield of Vengeance pop. Skills. Yo, getting some critical low attention here. Going to be a parry. Might need to shrink it out of it. Lumanto is getting some freebie damage. Skills. Not shrinking it. He doesn't feel like his health is in trouble. Yeah, at least. Maybe he can go for a Necrolord setup. Gonna be Lumanto mounting up on that Ram to try to keep Skills in combat. Gonna be that Stormbolt. Skills trying to sack up a little bit of that Shackles and Malediction. Gonna be the Dwarven Racial to break Lumanto out of the Shackles, but then the Fear. And that Dwarven Racial is actually gonna put his Trinket on cooldown for 30 seconds, so there's not much they could really do about it. Skills trying to see if they can recover a little bit of health. Flush Card is up. Gonna be a quick rebuke by Lumanto. Warbreaker's up for Skills. It goes into battle stance. Might be in a bit of trouble. Reflect is up because there's a Hodge to follow. Lumanto is going to make sure not to reflect a Hodge back to themselves. Skills left at no health whatsoever. Got himself an Ignore Pain, but he can only ignore pain so much. Blessing of Protection from Lumanto. Using immunity that early. Skills left at no health. Taking a hammer in the back of the head. Not much you can really do there, but Lumanto just used one of his bigger immunities. And I guess he's going to have a bubble for Spart. But it's an interesting one to use an immunity that early. Spart popping up with the touch of the Magi at the very beginning. Rune of Power. So this guy's playing a full burst build. Gonna be a bunch of missiles with a Canosphere to follow. Does he have the biggest go with a Canosphere? Huge damage afterwards. And that's gonna be barraged after. Lumanto super low health. Spart is not playing the triple shield. Lego Trinkets with it all the time. Doesn't keep himself afloat, keep himself running. To try to get as aggressive as humanly possible. I love that. Huge Arcanosphere setup. That Arcanosphere, by the way, is looking really scary going into the next patch. Like, there's so many cheesy things they've been able to do with a 2-piece of the Arcane Mage when you pop a touch of the Magi. Enemies take 18% more damage from you. On top of your Arcane Power, on top of all the other Covenant abilities, on top of your Trinket. That's a lot of different modifiers to go for a massive Arcane Power, or Arcanosphere that can one-shot. And I've actually been able to do so with the new gear. Imagine hitting a guy who has 40% versatility, baseline 20% damage reduction with that 40% versa in PvP and 9-2 PTR. And you hit him for the whole health bar. 86k. That's 20% damage reduced with Royal Versa. 86k. Huge shield. Gonna be Arcanosphere. Almost getting it. Lumanto go for a bit of a juke. Spart trying to go for the long range, but it looks like the Arcanosphere takes a second to travel forward. It was a really ballsy move, and he almost got it. He's gonna have to sit down for a bit of food. Lumanto got himself in a decent spot so he can build up a little bit of resources. I don't know how Sam is back. Did somebody res Sam? Because I know Sam died. Or maybe Sam DC'd, came back and they're back? Well, we know that Sam died. So Sam, if you want to watch the duels, I'm perfectly okay with. But you technically should be dead. Trinket out of Lumanto, trying to go for the final wreck. Spart got the plenty of mobility. Gotta be Lumanto, kind of stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Not much they can really do. Bunch of misses getting built up. And looks like Sam decided to bow out. Oh, Sam decided to bow out of here just to make sure the duels are as fair as they can be. And Spart trying to see if he could get some damage in. Lumanto completely drained the mana for the time being. Spart with a quick convince is trying to go for yet another barrage. Evocation just catch up with mana, trying to get as much mana as humanly possible. Caught up on a lot of mana, back up to full. So he should continue to be able to put pressure onto the Paladin. Lumanto with the hand of fit and Spart is going to have himself all the time back behind the pillar. Got himself that Arcana Barrage, as well as a orb. The orb and the barrage does huge damage out of Lumanto with Seraphim. Spart decides, you know what, I'm gonna eyes block it just to make sure I'm safe. Final wreck, I don't know if it actually hits Spart. It's hard to tell. The mage got plenty of mobility. He's trying to use whatever survivability he's got without the triple shield legendary. He's done a pretty good job so far. Trying to land a Nova until Mantha was unable to. Temporal is the only thing that's keeping him afloat right now. If that Temporal gets him a big heal, he could be okay. Battle Message he could use to give himself a little bit more health. And Lamantha has been able to hold out long enough with that pillar to get back bubble. I think the only way Spart wins this is either force cooldowns, force bubble, and then go again. Or land an insert because Lamantha is super low and playing it greedy and then be able to snipe him out with full cooldowns. I think that's the only way you really come back from this, because the longer this duel goes, the better it is for Paladin, the more cooldowns they retain and get over time. Shieldovich is going to be back. He's going to have himself the Wake of Ashes. It's going to be really good for him. Try to hit him with Arcane Sphere, but the thing can be seen from a mile away. Unless you're pretty close to somebody, maybe on the other side of the pillar, it's really difficult to get something set up. Or you want to hit him with a polymorph or something. That's another way to do it, is to hit him with a poly. But Arcane misses flying, trying to build up a bit of resources. Most likely, and I don't want to give away his legendary, most likely playing the Arcane Harmony. I think it's called the Arcane Harmony build. It's where you build up missiles in order to get a bigger barrage. So like 80% more damage for barrage. But together with a Kyrian, it is a nice combination. Try to set up a big Kyrian go. The next hit is going to be a huge hitter. Maybe he can get a big barrage around the corner. Oh! Doesn't even need their Arcane Sphere. He called that big barrage using the Kyrian ability. His fourth spell is every single one of the spells after using the Kyrian setup. First spell is going to do a little bit more damage. Second spell is going to do even more damage. Third spell is going to do even more. And the fourth spell is going to be the apex damage. Imagine if you got the conduit. It's like a 15-16% more per stack. So the 4-stack barrage just hits him. Couldn't even bubble it because you couldn't really know how much damage it's going to hit you for. And it just had that juicy crit in there. Seawork is going to be up next, playing out the Necrolord, which is an interesting combo. The Necrolord actually might be a viable option for mages going forward, especially if you get interrupted on Arcane off and it gives you that shadow cast with the flash cap in case you get really interrupted. So at least it gives you like a defensive option. Gonna be Arcane Spear out of Spart in case he gets Seawork out. Seawork is changing with a barrage as well. So Spart is going into this duel with down on defensive, so it is going to be kind of against his favor. Both of the mages try not to get interrupted by one another. They're trying to barrage each other using instant cast. It is going to be full invis by Spart. Trying to let a polymorph onto Seawork is able to do so. And it's going to be able to clean out Seawork from quite a few spells. Going to be that Kyrian burst setting up. Trying to go for as many instant casts in order to get a huge setup onto Seawork. Is he able to go? Maybe interrupts. Going to be interrupts not available for either of the mages. Polymorph out onto Spart. Seawork got himself full touch of the magic. Huge Arcane Sphere could have a big go. Spart is super low on health. Is going to actually have to go for a trinket out of it. I think he still took a bit of damage. Temporal is up, but looks like Seawork is just going to slam him down with a touch of the magic. Crashing upon Spart right before the Temporal can recover any of those wounds. The Temporal is a weird one, and I've never really liked it as much as I like Alter Time, because Alter Time you can reverse the damage you're taking. Completely reverse it. But with Temporal, it just kind of like, after 4 seconds, whatever damage you take will just give you back the health. So it's kind of like, you just gotta let 4 seconds stick out, but if you die in those 4 seconds, it's rough. Zad is gonna be up next. Got himself the banner, sporting that Necrolord. The Flash Scarf kind of gave him away too. I'm gonna switch out the mix here, boys, while these two are kind of prepping to duel each other. Gonna be a polymorph out of Seawork with a reflect, or looks like a reflect, by Zed. And Zed looks like gonna be waddling over at Seawork with a polymorph to follow. And Arcane Sphere getting set up by Seawork with Arcane Sphere, huge burst, potentially touch of the magic, maybe a big setup. Barrage to follow. Zed could be in trouble. Touch of the magic, putting him at about 50-ish% health. So it's definitely going to leave him in an awkward spot. Going to be some missiles for free. Zed better be really, really careful. Anytime you're given Seawork opportunity to cast missiles free, like as you head over, poke out, he starts missiles, you head behind the pillar. That's him just stacking up burst, stacking up damage. Going to be a root of power as he got big slows into Zed. Zed could be in trouble. I think a barrage away, maybe. I think Seawork just got it. Oh, Arcane Orb at the very end. It's just so weird, the profile of some of the damaging abilities of Arcane Mage. In my opinion, can be really, really weird sometimes. Like, some of your abilities just do like decent damage, and you'll just throw a couple of spells back to back. You're like, wow, that just got a kill. There it is. And I don't know. Is this Arcane sometimes all about like setting up big damage, big arcane power, and other times like some abilities just do like ridiculously good damage. Kaio dodging the Arcane Sphere by going for Greater Fate. Try to go for a CC onto Seawork. Going to be immediately trinket and locked out Kaio on Shadow. And Seawork landing a Polymorph onto Kaio. Going to be the silence out of the Shadow Priest. Seawork just has to AFK until the silence is gone. Going to be the stun with the silence and a mind control by Kaio. Just trying to chain CC onto Seawork until Arcane Power is gone. In the past, you used to be able to remove Arcane Power from mages. You used to be able to purge it. But ever since they made it so that you can't do that anymore, Kaio getting hit with an interrupt lockdown on Shadow as they're trying to recover a little bit of healing. Is playing the Necrolord, so it could be potentially huge damage for them if they're able to land it. And Seawork, I think, wants to maybe sit down, get himself some food, maybe go for a bit of recovery. He has Invises, so you could use those Invises to be able to reset. The images is still continuing to keep him in combat though, as the images will not get killed. It's just Kaio kind of avoiding those things, or maybe keeping him on purpose. But Seawork has a hard time getting him for a reset. Full Polymorph is out. Seawork going for an Arcane Sphere, setting maybe up something big. Does he have a huge go? Going to be massive burst into Kaio. It's going to be Greater Fate in order to walk up to Seawork, hitting him with the stun as soon as Seawork is out from behind the pillar. Silence to follow as Kaio needs to get a little bit more pressure onto Seawork. That is full rune power available for Seawork. And it's going to be massive barrage, wiping him out. With our favorite rogue, Poet from Aganis. Trying to go for the Kyrian setup. Seawork having to go for the Ice Block. 67% dampening. That's a long duel today. Really? That's a long one, actually. Kind of crazy, boys. Sap out of... Oh, no. He gets the reset. He gets the CC onto Seawork. As he just used an Ice Block, I think that might steal the fate for the Mage. Unless he has something, anything at all. I think it's over. Ooh, gets the shield last second. Flesh cuff to the rogue. Doesn't interrupt it. No. Knocking the rogue back for a second. Trying to let a Polymorph. Is going to land it. Does hit Trinket. It misses out for Seawork. Trying to eat food. Trinket for the rogue. Seawork has a Nova. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. Seawork got himself another invis. Trying to see if he can walk away from the rogue. Sitting down for foot immediately. Another Polymorph to the rogue. Oh my god. Ah! Wait, what? Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? No, 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 no. Stoneblood. What are you doing? Huh? Dude. What is that little cheatsy doodle there? Yo, I kind of feel bad now. Yo, didn't we just see that guy cheatsy doodle a little bit? What is this? Why is it always the paladins? Also, why is it always the paladins? Man, maybe we should be more specific when we say that's a 5v5 1v1 duel. Maybe it should be an emphasis on the 1v1 as in like, hey, no help from the sidelines. Did Stoneblood like res the Feral earlier? Maybe that's what happened. Interesting. Well, either way, the rogue did get themselves a kill. If the rogue lost that one, man, literally always the paladins. For real. Stoneblood, though, kind of low in health. I'm not sure what happened, but he did. That would be my professional commentary for the day. That guy is dead. Chicago is going to be up next playing that enhancement as a Necrolord, so it's going to be Flesh Scout bursting through pretty early on. Chicago tried to go for a little bit of healing. Kid is shot by the rogue as Chicago goes for the trinket. Going to be a wall for Chicago with the stun. Full Ascendance has a full send, full burst. Chicago doesn't have much to work with except for Advantage. Does get to use the Advantage. That's going to be Chicago getting caught with a bit of a reset by the rogue. The Earth Elemental is still in the game, but the rogue got himself a freebie, it looks like. Was there a flame check maybe on him? He has himself a shield. Where's the shield from, actually? Actually, where is that shield from? What is that shield? What is that? Is that like a Kyrian thing, maybe? Potentially? I never seen that before. Because I know there was a shield when the rogues were in stealth that lasted forever. But that was made into 4 seconds. So I wonder what that shield is, actually. What is that? Because otherwise, if there was a flame shock, I think the rogue would have been caught out. But Chicago is going to have to go for a bit of a reset. Maybe the rogue is just going to consolidate his cooldowns. He needs to make sure he has an out versus Chicago. He's holding on to a blind, so the blind might be enough. But is he playing shorter cooldowns? His advantage seems to be like a really short CD. Going to be a setup on Chicago. Full stun lock back-to-back. Kieran bursts is out. Looking for the big eviscerates. Does get the big procs. Chicago super low on health. Battle Master Trinket. Thunder with the stun to the rogue. Is that going to be enough though? Chicago needs huge amount of healing right now. Try to get himself whatever healing. 86% dampening. Not going to give him a lot to work with. Does have himself the cheat death armor. But the cheat death armor still counts you as dead. And it looks like Rogue does end up taking that duel at the very end. Kieran shield is a really... I didn't realize. That's actually kind of cool. Crazy. Alrighty, boys, let's get another open running today. Yeah.